Now, Mrs.
Fenner.
Fenner, would you mind telling me why you wanted to talk to me?
Oh, well, you see, I heard a rumor that you and your wife were considering relocating.
Oh, yeah? Where'd you hear that?
Well, it's so hard to trace the sources of these rumors, Mr. Scott.
Well, unfortunately, that's all it is.
Oh. Oh, does that mean it's not true? You weren't planning to move out of state?
We thought about it, but, no, we're not relocating.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, what a shame.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, if you were moving, I could have gotten you a very, very attractive price for this house.
I see.
You see, I once had this house listed with my agency, but, well, the owners kept changing their minds so often that I got a little bit irritated with them, and they removed the listing. But during that period, I met some very interested buyers. And just recently, I contacted one of them, and they're even more interested than ever now.
Well, Mrs. Fenner, since you know the house isn't...
You know how the housing market has changed since then. I mean, the prices are simply incredible, aren't they?
Well, Mrs. Fenner, I know you're a very busy lady.
Mr.
I don't want...
Scott, would you consider an offer of $125,000 for your house?
I beg your pardon?
I'm quite sure that these people will go as high as $125,000.
That's ridiculous. Hell, I only paid $65,000 for it. It was just a couple of months ago. I don't see how a house could double in value in just 2 months.
The offer is absolutely genuine, Mr. Scott. In fact, I don't even know that they wouldn't go a little bit higher.
Oh, wow.
And you know very well that this house was at least $100,000.
No, Mrs. Fenner, it was $65,000.
I had it listed myself at $100,000 for almost a year. I can't imagine that the owners would have changed their minds, especially not downward.
Excuse me, Mrs. Fenner, but are you sure you know what you're doing here?
Let me show you my original listing. Here, you see that picture and that description? That is of this house. And at the time, as you can see, it was $100,000 firm. Now, if you paid only $65,000, Mr. Scott, that would have been an absolute miracle.
Now, look, Mrs. Fenner... You know, I said the same thing myself when I first heard about the house, that it was a miracle. It was just too good to be true.
Well, do you have any interest, Mr. Scott?
Yes, I'm not only interested, I'm fascinated. But I'll have to talk to my wife first.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
My wife and my mother-in-law.